Hi, I'm still Noor. Welcome to my peaceful mountain life. Today's sponsor is my neighbor. We can't thank him enough for all the content that is being generated, whether by me or anyone else that gets inspired. There's actually a song about him now, and I will be playing it on this video, and I'm pretty sure my 10 subscribers are gonna love it. So yeah, let's get to it.
Neighbor, oh neighbor, give it a rest. Your questions put my patience to the test. Was he a CIA interrogator in disguise, or just too curious with those prying eyes? Neighbor, oh neighbor, let me be, please. I'm just trying to live my mountain life in peace. You ask a
So for this one, I decided to basically turn it into a criminal case because it's basically committing a crime against my peace of mind. And the suspect is my neighbor with his motorcycle. Might have to bring this closer to see the really badly drawn motorcycle. Um, the case is called the Rooster case. Case number 2025 nosy 001, because this is our first case. Days since last incident, zero. Keep that in mind for future reference. The motive is chronic nosiness, God forbid, if he's around. The witnesses are my dogs. They saw it all go down. There's only, well, five of them saw it. There's only two pictures in here for a valid reason. Uh, the rest of them are camera shy or possessed. Anyway, what am I doing? I will answer that question shortly. Why, when, how? As you guys know, there's like a series of questions to be asked, and every question leads to another question. And that's what happened in this case. What am I doing? Why, when, how? I actually forgot who, so that makes it four. There's that. Hey, Francie, can you stop? I'm trying to be funny. And then we have a gardening. We have a gardening problem. So, what are plants? This one is a big mystery. So let's go back to the top. Basically, I was asked if I had a rooster because my rooster started roostering all of a sudden when I basically got caught red-handed hanging out in front of my house. I mean, how could I, right? Existing in my own space. That is very unacceptable. That is very, very bad behavior from my end. I should just lock myself inside the house. So there was the rooster incident where I was asked, do you have a rooster? When did you get the rooster? How did you get the rooster? And who did you get the rooster from? And then the what, you really do have a rooster? FYI, for those who don't know, and my 10 subscribers probably know because I told them about it, but I got the rooster and the chickens like 2 weeks ago. Didn't really talk about it much with anyone here. So it's not supposed to be a secret. It's just supposed to be something that my neighbor just doesn't shove his nose in, basically. Yet he did. However, when I was trying to sorry. Oh yeah, the do I have a rooster question. So my neighbor asked, what are you doing with a rooster? Apparently, like with this guy, all of my animals need a resume. So anytime I get a new dog, for example, I get asked, what are you doing with it? What do you think, sir? Gonna eat it? What do you think? Why do I have an animal? Why do I have a new animal? So there's that. I honestly never know how to answer that. And then we have the, my God, this is so messy. I should have stuck with the bingo, but the murder board kind of made sense. We have the why, the when, and the how. As I said, why did I get it? How did I get it? When did I get it? Who did I get it from? Now, you would think that one would actually wait for an answer for one of these questions to answer the next. However, no. My neighbor basically compacts all of these questions into one. Why do you have it? How did you get it? Who did you get it from? And when did you get it? So, in those cases, I actually zone out and I pretend I have a meeting even when I don't, and I just basically go back and curl up under my desk as one does. It just makes sense to do that. All right. And then we move on to the gardening incident where I was digging holes for my plants because, one would want their plants to be healthy and all that. So I wanted to take them outside out of their pots, plant them outside. So I was digging holes, which basically does not require any brain cells to do. It's just something basic. Any human in the world can do it. As a matter of fact, my dogs did help me dig those holes. They actually tend to um, dig holes when I pretend to and when I actually don't in my face. So there is that. So I was doing that very normal activity that one does anywhere, anytime, whenever they want. And then my neighbor was passing by and he was like, "You do gardening?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "You can actually do gardening?" And I was like, "Sir, it does not take a PhD to actually use a shovel. Is it because I'm a woman?" But apparently being able to use a shovel, digging holes, sorry, and actually shoving plants into them requires like a very, very advanced level of brain celery and smartness and a whole bunch of things. So there's that. So right now we are actually done with this board. Let's just remove it. And I have another board. Let's go check it out. It's actually about some kind of new questions. One of them you guys will recognize, and that's okay. However, I do have a reason for bringing it up. So I previously used this board. I kind of messed it up. I had a tiny bit of a nervous breakdown at one point, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is sad. I just want to hang out in front of my house." But what, that does not matter, right? All right. So right here we have 4 questions. I hope you guys can see them. First question is, don't you get bored here? This question actually gets brought up like maybe 10 times in one conversation. Mind you, like the conversations are not that long, but it's like a Tourette type of thing where like I'd be talking and then my neighbor would ask me a question and then all of a sudden he'd go like, "Don't you get bored here?" And then just, casually continue with whatever he's saying. And I'm here like, "Sir, I moved here. I kind of want to be alone. I don't get bored." But then, only a few minutes later, if not seconds, I would hear, "Don't you get bored here?" And then I basically answer the same thing, be like, "Yes, no, I don't get bored here. That's why I moved here. I just want to be alone." And you would think a person like with normal brain would actually understand, um, such easy words like, "I want to be alone. That's why I moved here," etc., etc. But I don't know how they just don't. Now, second question. We've already seen, did your mom visit, on the previous video, and that was a very recurring question in our conversations that I try to avoid, that are very unpleasant and painful. So, did your mom visit? So, Most of the time, I would say yes, because whatever floats a person's boat, yes is a good answer. And guess what? It does lead to more questions, such as, did she bring you food? When did she come over? When did she go home? What did you guys do? So obviously you would either have to like ignore the questions or just answer them. I choose to basically do whatever I feel like in the moment. Sometimes I just want to like roll around and die on the ground and then start shitting myself like an Eastern hog nose, and be like, you don't see me, you don't see me, I repel you with my poop. But yeah, whatever. And then, oh, over here I do have the rooster and the gardening. So I repeated myself. When did I make? Yeah, okay. So let's put this board away. Anyway, either way, I would really like to get the opportunity to memorize his schedule again. He kind of like messed with me and changed it, and at this point, I don't know, I might have to like work twice as hard, twice as good, twice as fast to figure it out, and maybe end up with like a very elaborate uh, you know uh, uh, schedule of his, maybe like avoid him like 100 times a day, I don't know. So yeah, this is like absolutely fine. It is not bothering me at all.